Hey there, Maryland farmers. John Oliver here, back to talk about cybersecurity. I know it sounds about as exciting as watching paint dry on a silo. But trust me, this is important stuff. Physical security is the first line of defense against anyone who wants to cause trouble. It's about keeping the bad guys out, physically, so they can't get their hands on anything valuable. Let's talk about data. It's the lifeblood of modern farming. From tracking yields to managing finances, you rely on digital information more than ever before. But here's the thing. Data doesn't just exist in the digital ether. It's stored on physical devices, computers, servers, even those fancy GPS-enabled tractors. Now, imagine someone waltzes onto your property and walks off with your laptop. Suddenly, they have access to a treasure trove of sensitive information, your financial records, customer data, maybe even the secret recipe for your award-winning apple pie. Not ideal, right? Unauthorized access to your physical space can lead to data breaches, identity theft, and a whole host of other headaches. That's why it's crucial to control who has access to your farm and, more importantly, to your tech. Think of it like a bouncer at a nightclub. Only the people on the list get in. Okay, let's move on from the digital realm and talk about something a little more tangible. Your equipment. Tractors, combines, irrigation systems. These are the workhorses of your farm, and they don't come cheap. Losing one to theft or damage can be a major financial blow. But here's the thing. Physical security isn't just about padlocks and security cameras, it's also about common sense. Don't leave keys in the ignition. Store valuable equipment in secure locations. And for Pete's sake, make sure your fences are in good shape. Remember, a well-protected farm is a less tempting target for thieves. It's like the old saying goes, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Or, in this case, a whole lot of insurance claims. Section 4. Strong fences, strong passwords, connecting the dots. Now you might be wondering how all of this ties back to cybersecurity. Well, think of it like this. Physical security and cybersecurity are two sides of the same coin. They work together to create a comprehensive security posture for your farm. Strong physical security measures make it much harder for cybercriminals to gain a foothold. If they can't physically access your network or devices, they're going to have a much harder time stealing your data or causing havoc. It's like a castle with a moat and drawbridge. Sure, the invaders might try to swim across the moat or scale the walls, but it's a lot easier if the drawbridge is down and the gate is wide open. Section 5. Following the rules, compliance, and standards. Now, let's talk about the C word, compliance. I know it's not the most exciting topic, but it's important. Depending on the type of data you store and the industry regulations you're subject to, you might be legally required to implement certain physical security measures. These regulations are designed to protect sensitive information and ensure the integrity of your operations. Think of them as guardrails on a winding road. They might seem restrictive, but they're there to keep you safe. Failing to comply with these regulations can result in hefty fines, legal trouble, and damage to your reputation. So, it's best to do your homework, understand your obligations, and make sure you're following the rules. Section 6. Lock it up. Practical tips for farm security. All right, enough with the theory. Let's get down to brass tacks. Here are some practical physical security measures you can implement on your farm. Limit access points to your farm and buildings. Use strong locks on all doors and windows. Consider implementing keycard access systems for designated areas. Install security cameras in strategic locations to deter crime and monitor activity. Make sure they're high quality and properly maintained. Invest in sturdy locks for all equipment, especially valuable items like tractors and combines. Consider using GPS trackers to monitor their location. Install alarm systems that detect intrusion, fire, and other emergencies. Make sure they're connected to a monitoring service for rapid response. Conduct regular physical security audits to identify vulnerabilities and assess the effectiveness of your measures. Update your security plan as needed. Remember, physical security is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. It's about being vigilant, staying informed, and adapting to evolving threats.